Good, good. Pretty excited.
Well, there were a few tipped passes
Yeah.
at the line of scrimmage early in the game. I mean, you had a couple of chances
Mm-hmm.
that fell just short of you. How did you kind of just stay in it and stay hyper aware of things that could be coming your way?
It was definitely frustrating early. I know there was one super early in the game where I touched my hands. I was super close, so I was upset about that. But, just staying in it, guys staying locked in, and then Trey being able to make a play right there, and I just happened to be in the right spot.
What can you say about a 9-year vet that's got 3 pass breakups in this game, including the one to you at the end, but you guys also force a field goal drive. He gets 2 on the same drive down there when you're on a short field. Like, just the season he's put together here.
Yeah, I mean, today especially, he was making plays out there. The one of his PBUs in the end zone save, I mean, that's kind of my zone, and he was able to help me out on that. So, I'm super grateful for him, and then him tipping that ball was huge.
Cole, it sounded like in the locker room you were telling Trey you owe him one.
Yeah.
What was that conversation like? Like, why were you saying that?
Yeah, I know I'm getting a lot of the credit for that interception, but he made the play. I mean, he had great coverage, was able to make a play on the ball, and then, like I said, sometimes they just fall out of the sky to you.
What was the message there, defensive huddle-wise, after you had taken the lead and you guys know you got to get a stop?
Yeah, we talk a lot about trying to be a closer, closing out the game in those situations. We feel like we thrive in those situations and that we're the most prepared team in those, and being able to go out and close was huge.
What changed for you when Jordan Hancock came in?
Nothing really. I mean, a couple of schematic things with the way me and Poe are doing certain things. We might switch roles on certain things just based off body type and things like that, but nothing crazy.
Cole, I saw after the game you and Sean had a little bit of a moment on the field. What was that like for you, and I guess what were the emotions you were feeling at that time?
Yeah, I mean, I was just super excited. I think we're both celebrating each other, being able to, like I've said, I mean, being able to make a play in that situation is so huge, and just having his support's been big.
I know we asked you this, I think, a couple months ago, but Trey had to come back. So I think you kind of explained to us what you realized Trey meant to this organization, and I know you spoke on it a little bit ago, but for him to be the one that helped make that play, what do you think that means to him and to your team?
I think it means a lot to both. Kind of like you said, I know I'm sure he's had a lot of doubters this past year, and being able to come make a play in the biggest game of the season and the biggest moment was huge.